Good day, everyone. This is Aran of Aetheric Arts, and today I've got a little bit of a different video style for you. Today we're going to be doing a tier list video, and this one in particular is going to be on some popular EMF protection techniques and tools, which I've tested myself or seen becoming more popular over the last couple of years. I'm going to be using my 10 years of study and experience in the field of EMF protection and my experience as a creator of a variety of tools to analyze and judge the quality of these products, basically. So, folks, let's get right into it. Today, we are going to be starting off with the shungite and selenite combo. This is a classic. Here is a nice picture of two round pieces of shungite and selenite. Selenite is the whiter crystal, shungite the darker one. They're a great combo for EMF protection. Although I will say they are not the most potent, they are very cost effective. I have them all over my place, and I recommend for you to buy a bunch and put it all over your place. They can help a lot. We're going to put them in B tier, very affordable, and do have some nice benefits. All right, moving on, we are going to pull up the painting your house with graphite infused paint to create a Faraday cage. Now, this is an interesting method that is kind of more modern. If you're gonna be painting your whole house with this stuff, you need to be making sure that every square inch of your exterior of your house or interior of the room that you're painting is completely shielded. Because what happens is if any energy gets into the shielded space, it's basically going to bounce around inside of the Faraday cage that you've created and can actually become a bit of a risk and danger. So this is a bit of a double-sided sword. If done well, it's super effective. If done poorly, it's actually harmful. And it's also really expensive. Painting your house with graphite paint or any other type of shielding of an entire house can be really expensive. We're going to put this in C tier. Tough to pull off, but really nice if you do it well. Next up, we have Lakhovsky coils. This is your classic find on Etsy, gold-plated copper Lakhovsky coil based on the work of Georges Lakhovsky. These are nice. They can have some beneficial effects. This type of thing is great to stick in your wallet or on your phone, just so you have it on you. It's going to be an extra boost to your auric field, helping you stay energized and protected. But really, these are not that comprehensive of a solution. They're affordable and they can be a nice add-on, but not that great. We're going to put these in C tier. They're okay. Wouldn't really recommend them, but I wouldn't disrecommend them either. Better things you can spend your money on, though, like this shielding clothing. Right here, we have a nice silver-lined tank top. And let's pop on over to this website where I was looking at these clothes earlier. Here we go, lessemf.com. And we are looking at the EMF clothing category here. They've got a whole bunch of different options, from eye masks to full-size ponchos. Again, these are lined with silver, and these are pretty effective. Same thing as with the painting your house with the graphite paint, though. You got to be careful what gets inside. You wouldn't want to stick your phone inside of this hoodie because then the energy will bounce around inside. But these can be great for people who are super electromagnetic sensitive, and these are also very helpful for folks who are working at a desk job. You can put on the hoodie and prevent the laptop energy from going into your chest all the time. I do recommend these. They're a little pricey, but again, you get what you pay for. There's a lot of cheaper brands out there. I would recommend paying the money and getting something that's actually going to work and actually going to protect you. So the less EMF clothing is going to go in the A tier. Just pretty good investment. I would recommend it. Especially for people who are very sensitive. All right, moving on, we have the grounding mats. Now, grounding mats have gotten super popular over the last couple of years. And honestly, in my opinion, grounding mats are a bit of a fad. It's much better to go outside and actually stand on the ground, stand on the grass. That being said, let's take a look at one of the websites that I pulled up earlier, Earthing, founded by Clint Ober. This is one of those websites and brands that's really popped off in the last couple of years. They show you a bunch of different ways you can use your grounding mats. But really, I think that this is a fad, like I was saying. It's pretty much for people who don't touch grass. It's much better to go outside and touch grass. And a lot easier, honestly, than spending your $80 to get this mat, which you're going to plug into a wall socket and somehow is going to ground you. You'd have to check a lot of other things to be making sure that's actually happening. These oftentimes pick up dirty electricity and give people a false sense of safety. I do not recommend the grounding mats. They are going to go in E tier for exceptionally rare circumstance, I guess. Next up, we have Earth Runners. Earth Runners, everybody's favorite grounding sandal. Now, Earth Runners, I have a pair myself, and I absolutely love these sandals. These are so comfortable and really durable as well. I've had mine for a couple of years now, and I wear them all over the place, whether it's concrete, rocks in the woods, slippery surfaces, through town. They're just great. In creeks even. Very great. Very, very flexible sandal. It's easy to keep your balance with these. They don't slip. Now, for their grounding capability, it's dubious as to how much grounding they actually provide. They do have a nice copper plug in the bottom, which then ties into the conductive laces that wrap up around the foot. But honestly, I haven't noticed that much of a grounding effect from these. It's more about the minimalist footwear and the comfort and the style that they provide. Genuinely, these are some of the most durable and comfortable sandals I have ever worn. So I do recommend Earth Runners, but not as much for their grounding capability as for their comfort and their functionality. So we are going to put Earth Runners in A tier. Pretty affordable, coming in around $100 for a nice pair. Definitely recommend Earth Runners as a sandal. Next up, we have Orgone Pyramids from Amazon. Now, these guys, come on, what are you doing? If you have one of these, what are you doing? I understand it looks pretty, whatever you saw at the crystal shop, whatever you bought it. No, get rid of it. These things suck. It's a joke. F tier. If you're going to buy an Orgone Pyramid, you need to buy one that's actually made by an artisan crafter, like this one. This one here was made by Rosie369 on Instagram. He is an exceptional craftsman. There's a lot of folks out there crafting really nice Orgone pyramids, and you can tell the difference just by looking at this one. It's got tensor rings in it. It's got multiple different layerings. The colors are beautiful. You can just feel the energy coming off of this pyramid. If you're going to be buying any type of Orgone technology, you need to be making sure you're getting it from creators who actually care about the work that they're doing and not from some mass-produced, like overseas mass-produced plastic junk. So a nice pyramid like this, I'm going to put in A tier. It's pretty functional for a lot of things. Maybe not the best for EMF protection, but it can have a great effect, great benefit on the energy of your space. Well done, Rosie. Shout out. All right. Next up, we have the full bed enclosure EMF protection canopy. Now, these are fantastic. This is the epitome of what you want from EMF protection. Safe Living Technologies is a great brand for this. There's a lot of brands, but this is a well-respected brand, and they have a bunch of different options. Now, I will say the price is a little high on these for what most people are thinking about initially, but really you get what you pay for, again. And when you're buying something that's improving your health, it's so worth it. These Swiss Shield bed canopies, I cannot recommend enough. I don't have one yet personally. I've kind of done my own DIY shielding in the past, but I really recommend spending the money if you're actually super EMF sensitive and just purchasing something that's going to last you and something that's really going to improve your quality of sleep. So these are going to go right up to the S tier. Our first S tier of the day, the full bed canopy EMF protection enclosure, is going to be S tier for sure. All right, up next, we have the Q-Link pendant. Now, the Q-Link pendant is an interesting one. The Q-Link pendant is something that I tried personally years ago when I was first getting into EMF protection. I found out about the Q-Link probably from some ad on the internet, some like video on YouTube, and I decided to try it. They come in right around $100, and they've got all of these different mentions in all of these big journals and stuff. So they're kind of a half alternative option. You know, a lot of doctors kind of recommend them. I don't really recommend Q-Link, but what I will say is that they have a good track record with a lot of people, and even myself, I did have some good benefits from them. But it seems like the effects of the focusing that they bring kind of wear off after time. It's almost like you get the information from the Q-Link, your body absorbs that energy, and then is able to do it itself. So they're kind of nice, but for $100, there's other things you could buy that would be much more effective. If you spend $100 on selenite and put that all around your house, you're going to be better off than if you buy a Q-Link. So with that being said, Q-Link is going to go in the C tier. They're okay. Wouldn't really recommend them. Better options out there, but they're okay. All right, next up we have harmonizers. And I've got two images here for these. The first one on the left here is going to be a Slim Sperling original harmonizer, and this picture is from the book jacket of Slim Sperling's Universe by Cal Garrison. And these are just la crème de la crème. The harmonizer created by Slim Sperling is one of the greatest environmental clearing technologies that has been created. They have amazing benefits for the environment, they have amazing benefits for water, they have amazing benefits for the sky, and they have amazing benefits for the psychological state and quality of sleep of the individuals who are within the energy field. Overall, harmonizers are fantastic. Here's one that I made as well. You know, I am learning the craft, I am improving with each one that I build, but this one is pretty nice, came out pretty nice. Got a selenite and black tourmaline core, some nice grounding and clearing crystals there. And yeah, I love harmonizers. I think that harmonizers should be everywhere. These are going to go in S tier. Harmonizers are great. Very multifunctional too. All right, next up we have biogeometry. Now, biogeometry is an interesting one. Here you can see a couple of L-shaped correction pieces. These are plexiglass cutouts made by biogeometry. And biogeometry is interesting. Let's take a look at their website. Here we are. So biogeometry is Egyptian radiesthesia, and they make claims like world's first regional EMF solution. They have a variety of products, and they also train dowsers on how to utilize these correction pieces and how to do different types of corrections on the energy of a home. Honestly, biogeometry is super complicated and takes a lot of study to get into and even understand what they're talking about. That being said, it can be very, very effective for correcting the energy in your home, and it can be very beneficial for a wide variety of issues, not just EMFs. So biogeometry, again, very complicated. You kind of have to have somebody who's got professional training come out and do it for you. And it can be expensive, but not as expensive as some of the other things we're looking at. I'm going to give biogeometry a B tier because it's so complicated. It makes it a little bit hard to understand what's going on, but it can definitely have some good benefits for you and your family. All right. Next up, we have the Orgonite Torus Field Generator from Grounded Alchemist. Now, this piece is pretty awesome. And while it's not as much for EMF protection, these tools are fantastic for those who are looking to support their energy through this time of high EMF exposure. These devices can be utilized with a variety of different frequency generators, or you can play an audio through it. They're great for using with right frequencies if somebody has knowledge of that. So I do recommend these. Again, Grounded Alchemist does a great job making these, great guy. We're going to pop these up in A tier with the Orgone Pyramids. I definitely do recommend these for people who are a little bit more serious and wanting to expand their practice. Okay, and then for the last one today, we have the Essential Energies Plasmonics Plate. Now, folks, this may not look like much, this may just look like a shiny piece of metal. But when I tell you that this is one of the best EMF solutions on the market, I really mean it. And honestly, it was a bit of an ego trip for me to be able to come to terms with that when I first came across these, because I thought I had some answers figured out. But I realized after experimenting with these tools that this is some of the best technology on the market right now. I really, really love the company that does this work. Dan, the owner, is a great guy. He's kind of created this into a bit more of a ministry. And I also love the products. Really, that's what it's about. It's about the products. And it's about the effects that they can have. So these are a qualitatively balancing and centering mirror that reflects light and corrects the light in a space, which electromagnetic energy, EMFs, are a form of light. And these tools are great. It's very complicated information on like what these actually are, but they have some great studies and great testimonials that you can find to learn more about how these work. And yeah, this is going to be an S tier for sure. I love Essential Energies tech, and shout out to Dan. You're doing it, bro. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Just to run it back, in S tier, we have the bed canopy, harmonizers, and the Essential Energies plates. In A tier, we have shield and clothing, earth runners, orgone pyramids, and orgone toroid generators. B tier, we've got the shungite and selenite and biogeometry. C tier, we've got EMF coating or painting your house with EMF blocking paint, Lakovsky coils, and Q-link pendant, which we're actually going to put in the D tier for the Q-link pendant. E tier, we've got earthing mats for those are dumb. And F tier, we've got really dumb, which is these fake orgonite pyramids. Don't get them. But guys, again, let's bring it back up here to the top here. Focus on the solutions. These two first three tiers here are really what you want to be looking at for EMF protection. There are some other things out there which I'll be reviewing further in the future, but these are some of the best bets that you have. And again, if you're curious and you want to learn more about these things, I do offer consultations. You can reach out to me at my email, which will be in the description below. And if you want to learn more about how to protect yourself, subscribe to my channel, give me a follow, and comment what you're curious about. I'm planning to do more of these style of videos and different types of videos coming up in the future. So let me know what caught your attention, what you were curious about, and what you want to learn more about. I hope that you learned something today, and I wish you an absolutely blessed day. Again, this has been Aran of Aetheric Arts, and thank you so much for watching. Catch you next time.